Hey everybody, it's Briggshill here with more World of Tanks. Now, I haven't played World of Tanks for a while, and I thought I'd just jump back in for a game or two. This is a recent one in my T54 prototype. As you can see with the XVM, I've played about 100 games in it. Not a bad win-loss ratio, and its damage is only 1.2, which means I've done roughly about 1600 average damage, 1400 something like that, which is
an elite rescue squad is being led by the ultimate warrior. But now they're up against the ultimate enemy. Nothing like it has ever been on Earth before. We cannot see it, but it sees the heat of our bodies. And the heat of our fear. It kills for pleasure. It hunts for sport. But this time, it's picked the wrong man to hunt.
Okay, so just let me explain what the hell that is. I changed the sounds from with a mod used for the Arnold Schwarzenegger sounds, and that is kind of the opening spiel of a trailer for Predator, I believe, with Arnold Schwarzenegger in it. And it happens every so often, and it's really shit and it's really annoying, but it's worth it for the rest of the stuff in it, and you'll see when I take some damage, or at least take some shots. Also, a quick explanation: the T54 prototype's got a really decent turret on it, so you want to really hold down in this tank. And with this map in particular, there are a couple of spaces where you can literally sit all through the map and not take any damage whatsoever. I.e., you can sit, hold down, and you just get pinged every single time. I'm going to show you exactly how I do that in this tank. So this first position is not particularly good because I'm side on and the cover's not good enough. The second position that I take up is perfect, and I will just quickly pause it when it gets to the stage where I'm in a decent position. So I spot the LCAMX, and there. So let me just take the HUD off for a second and show you this. So this is roughly where the tanks are going to be shooting from. We're talking Cromwell, a Firefly, and a T32. I think the Cromwell and the Firefly actually sit behind this piece of rubble here. Oh, this piece of rubble here. There on the left, and then the T32 comes around this side for some reason. I think he starts engaging me from over here. Either way, all they can see is the top of my turret, the front of my turret, and the kind of the top of my front of my hull, which is 120 millimeters, but it's angled really well. And because I'm side on, not fantastically side on, it should do stop me from taking a lot of damage. So let's go, shall we? So yeah, there we go. The Firefly comes in. I get spotted, as I was expecting to do. T32 is there. My gun's not good enough, really, to do much damage against the T32. So I'm going to take a couple of pot shots on him. Maybe I can track him for the artillery to deal with. But mostly my focus wants to be on the Cromwell and the Firefly. Let's zoom out again and actually show you the exact positions of these tanks. So the T32 has decided he wants to not even bother with cover, as you do. The Firefly and the Cromwell is basically using the Firefly as cover, both of which are going to suffer, unfortunately, against the fact that all they can see and shoot against is the top of my turret, both of which haven't got enough penetration to do damage. So, but here is the problem with this gun: it's a little bit inaccurate, and it doesn't do a super massive amount of damage. So you've got to kind of hope that each shot you take is going to get to where you want it to go. So I track the T32. I'm taking hit after hit. There you can see it on the top. That's where I'm getting hit from. Bounce, bounce, bounce. I do a bit of damage against the Cromwell. I change the target because I know there's no point in even attempting really to take on the T32. Cromwell comes into play. We've also got a Tiger now.
How are you?
Firefly actually penetrates me there. I don't know where he's hit. The penetrative hit is actually that green one, believe it or not. and I don't know how he's done it. So, but there we go. Firefly I'm now going to try and focus on. There you go, got a nice little hit. The reload's really good though, it's about 8 seconds, so you can just shoot after shoot. And now I'm taking further fire here from a tank destroyer, and I'm going to show you exactly where this tank destroyer is, even though I don't actually spot it until a lot later. The tank destroyer is actually by this fence, I believe. And I'm going to put a couple of shots down there just to make sure that I'm not, you know, that I can see if I can stop him from firing. But unfortunately, the Jag Panther can't actually do any damage against me either, because I'm in a very good position. I'm able to stop any fire from coming in. I've bounced 6 out of the 7 shots so far against me. I've done a half decent amount of damage, you know, 780 odd. I'm going to do a little bit more in a second when I can actually get a shot on these guys. Let's zoom in a bit. So I'm going to get pinged again by the Jag Panther, who I know is literally right down between those 2 buildings. And I'm going to see if I can take this Firefly out. There we go. Not perfect, but I do end up getting it. I'm going to now take a couple of shots at the Jag Panther that I believe is down there. I'm just going to take a couple of shots. Now, that didn't go and hit the thing behind where I presume the Jag Panther is, and so I presume that I'm hitting it. And then now I'm going to presume that also he's moved. He's backed off because I've hit him twice, as far as I'm aware. Maybe I've only bounced him once and hit him once, probably. But it turns out he was actually still sitting there, and he's now in the process of backing off. So I could have probably hit him a 3rd time. But hey, what you can do. So I've now moved position. I'm now in a little bit of danger. When I refer to danger, I mean I'm now coming up against a tank that can actually penetrate me with 203mm, I think it is. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do what I can. I'm going to choose a really poor decision to go side on them for some reason. I don't know why, but I now make the right decision. I make a wrong decision of trying to pen the Tiger from the side.
What's the matter? How are you?
But the Tiger can't pen me unless he switches to armor, you know, APCR. So that is exactly what he's going to do. I, on the other hand, I'm running out of bullets. This tank doesn't take or hold very much ammunition. So unfortunately, I'm going to have to switch to something else, unless one of my buddies can come out and help me, which is FV201 actually does, or the A45, depending on how you do it.
You can kill it.
Focusing on the position where I know that I can penetrate the Tiger, I'm now going to go in for the kill. He's focusing too much. I bounce a gold round, and then I spend the gold round to finish it off. I could probably have switched to HE there, but unfortunately it didn't really matter. I've switched to HE now because there's not many tanks left. There's only 4 anti-tank destroyer vehicles left, one being this Jag Panther 4. I am now going to attempt to take him out, but I've only got HE, so I've got to be really lucky here, and I am really lucky. I get a really decent hit, a 300 hit from an HE round on a Jag Panther 4, and I'm going to now see if I can do a little bit more. I'm going to keep with HE. I miss a shot. He tracks me. Doesn't really matter much because I'm still going to keep doing some damage. He's going to bounce again. His gun just can't get through my front armour. I get a pretty low roll really, although I'm focusing really on the wrong part of the tank. I get another low roll, which I thought I might do a bit more damage, and then my last HE round destroys. The final anti-tank or tank destroyer is going to be trying to cap the old V39. He's got 3 kills. It actually has a really decent gun on it, so it's going to be able to pen me, so I'm going to move quickly. And I'm also having to use my gold rounds, which is going to cost me a little bit of money, but I'm not going to be too bothered really, considering what it's worth to me. I asked the people to stop capping, please, because what's the point? Might as well get another kill under the belt. And then I get spotted here, and to begin with, I'm worried about where I'm spotted from, and then I realise he's actually just round the corner. He is going to get a shot off at me. Unfortunately for him, it bounces. I'm going to have to take 2 more shots on this guy, unfortunately. He will do a little bit of damage, and then I finish him off.
Is your destiny.
And there we have it. That was the battle. So, all in all, I got penetrated, 3 times? 4 times overall. The Firefly hit me once, the Tiger hit me twice, once with gold, once with normal, and the AL V39 also hit me, as you can see from the green hits there. So that's the type, the T54 prototype. I've shown you one of these videos before. Well, I've shown you a video of this tank before. I think this was a better result purely on the basis that a lot more damage, I think, and the actual amount of armor or blocked HP that I got, because I got steel wall out of this, of course, because I've taken 19 hits and bounced 15 of them. 2800 ammo HP blocked, plus another 3000, plus whatever I hit for the Jag Panther. So yeah, it was a pretty decent battle overall, and I'm glad I've shared it with you. I've enjoyed this one immensely. Anyway, that's it. Any questions or comments, let me know in the comments below, and see you next time.